Good morning and welcome to this presentation. This presentation is about loving each child as our own through community and outreach and family outreach. My name is Ivan Carvajal and I'll be your host for this session. During this session, you will be learning about and being able to describe the essential services and resources available for all of our students and their families through our community education and outreach department. Let me start telling you a little bit about us. Creighton School District is centrally located in the city of Phoenix, Arizona. We serve students in preschool all the way to 8th grade. Approximately, we serve 50 to 100 students. And even though it might be a small amount of students or a mid-size, the languages that are spoken in our community are over 25 languages. We are one of the largest employers in our community with 700 employees total. We have 10 campuses, and most of our students are eligible for free and reduced, which makes all of our districts a Title I district. We're also experiencing gentrification. Gentrification poses innovation in our neighborhoods, but also quite challenges, especially for our fragile families and those families who are already struggling to make rent and to find affordable housing. Here's our district vision. Our district vision is that Creighton neighborhood schools inspire adventurous thinkers, collaborative learners, and kind hearted leaders. We all want to make sure that our students are prepared for the skills for address any professional endeavor, but also we want to make sure that their heart and their mind is developed to be a kind hearted leader. Nobody wants to work with somebody who knows it all but is not kind members. So one of the things that makes our districts different, and you may know, is that in our district, we do not have somebody at district level to oversee the family engagement program, but we have an entire department with two locations. In one location, it's an adult learning center. In their second location, due to a first thing first grant and in-kind process with our district, we have our family engagement at schools in a Creighton Family Resource Center. So, in the first location, we take care of the adults. We empower our community by providing GED classes, ESL classes, technology classes, parenting, connections with agencies of social needs and services. And also, at our second location, we do uh, some of the same, but our emphasis is in our early literacy. That means that we attend pregnancy all the way to year five, 5 year olds, and everything in between. So, parenting, nutrition, and pregnancy are included. Our family engagements at the schools involve a variety of opportunities for parents to provide their interests, their questions, their concerns, their desires. We have community council, which is quarterly meetings that are participated by community members, partnerships, families, staff members, and administration. Cafecitos or parent connections are meetings in which the principals have different topics in internal speakers or outside speakers that fulfill the desires of the community, of the needs that are tailored to that specific school community. We have a variety of academic support, connections to resources, and of course, transitional programs such as Head Start in high school. Again, having one department dedicated to these services with two locations with two different emphases, but all under the umbrella of family engagement, it's one of the many things that make our district stand out and different from other districts. Our family involvement framework, it's a three-step prong. So everything that we do is linked to learning, it's relational and collaborative, and it's developmental. Let me tell you a little bit what I mean by these three prongs. Linked to learning means that every family engagement efforts are aligned to district and school level achievement goals and grade level learning are utilized to connect families to their child's academic progress. So everything that the classroom teacher does, we try to mimic and do specific training for the parents so they better understand their role into their child's education. The second prong, relational and collaborative. We know that students and families do not learn and do not engage with somebody that they don't know or they don't trust. And that's why this step is very important. Everyone in a district, regardless of the positions, has a responsibility and the duty to gain the trust from the community and from our children. And it's collaborative because as we engage with the families and our students, they engage with us. And so that's where the collaboration and the teamwork comes. The last prong is developmental. What I mean by this is that when we learn new skills, we take time to practice, to make mistakes, to get clarification, additional coaching, and then to practice again. And so developmental simply means that it takes time. Luckily, we do not only have students for 1 year, but we have for multiple years. Once they come to our district, we make our best efforts to keep them in our district. I like to start by saying that this quote from President Lyndon B. Johnson: when the family collapses, it is the children that are usually damaged. When it happens on a massive scale, the community itself is crippled. This is the idea behind the Community Education and Outreach Department. Through the Community Education and Outreach Department can be divided into or broken into 10 supporting categories: academic assistance, enrichment, basic needs, family engagement, college and career prep, mental health, behavioral interventions, life skills, community learning, and physical health. Now, it may seem that our program is strong and we have some data that supports that. However, we know that with the pandemic, all of those supports were tested. And now, through the pandemic, we have new challenges that our families and our communities are facing. And so, our goal is to continue to grow our program through our Family Resource Center and ensure that every child who was not able to participate in a child care center, Head Start, or any program for the early literacy education, that they have access to a Family Resource Center. We also had an opportunity during the pandemic to say which partnerships do we have currently helping us addressing the needs of our kiddos and our families, and then which new partnerships do we need to address the new needs that our families have. One of the things that was recently implemented a couple of months ago, 5 months ago, is the resources and services referrals form. We know that many of our families, sometimes they don't know who to ask or who they trust. And so, one simple way to remove this barrier and to find out what are the true needs, sometimes they don't know who to ask or who they trust. And so, one simple way to remove this barrier and to find out what are the true needs that they have in our community was to create this simple Google Drive survey. And the Google Drive surveys collects information about who is experiencing homelessness or out of home placement, what family stressors, like such as death, loss, COVID-related concerns, financial, childcare, basic needs, food, clothing, housing, lack of resources related to school participation, such as uh, the devices not working, technology, internet, school supplies, backpack. All of these can be completed and be by any family, and not just by the family, but any staff member who notice or heard of a need of a specific child or need. One of the things that make us really proud that this tool it's also available for self-referral. That is correct. We trust our students and we teach our students to be self advocates for their family and for themselves. And so, a student who is old enough and knows how to use Google Drive, they can self refer or they can self refer their family for those services that they desperately need. So at this time, it has been implemented and in use in our district wide for the last 5 months, and we have received over 600 referrals to our outreach specialists. And we know that there's more needs, and so we're still promoting this tool, and we're excited to see that we have venue, another channel for our families to express their needs and ask for more support. Last but not least, I want to leave you with this thought. Small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform their world. That's truly what we believe here in our district.